one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Are there any changes at all to the agenda this evening?
Just you're going to table your reorganization.
Okay. We'll amend, I have a motion to amend the agenda to on the reorganization of the board.
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. The public participation policy applies to all selectmen meetings. A copy of it is on the back of each agenda, posted outside this meeting room and on our website. There will be a rabies clinic for dogs and cats at the Alton Central Fire Station, 65 Frank C. Gilman Highway, Route 140 on Saturday, April 13th, 2024, from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. The cost per shot is $30. Microchip is $50. Dog licenses available for Alton residents only. Because we basically have only 3 selectmen here, we have a quorum, but we will postpone the reorganization of selectmen till the next scheduled meeting for a full board. Public input on agenda items only. No one? Seeing no one? Okay. Okay, seeing none, we'll close that to public input. No appointments this evening. New business, interest waiver abatement map 50 lot 16, 1 Farmington Road. So it looks like these mailings went out on time.
We were supposed to do everything we did, right?
And it seems to me, I've gone through this whole reference sheet and when everything went out. It was mailed on time, February 6, 2024. Also, information, of course, is always on the Alton, New Hampshire website. And the mailings are always on the same time every year. So she's asking for a rebate of $57.69 to waive the late fee, $57.69.
Yes, she's asking to have her interest waived or abated.
So you need a motion to.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we'll go for further discussion. We have a motion to grant or not grant.
I make a motion, we don't grant the abatement of $57.69.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Solid Waste Center, Solid Waste Building Improvement CRF withdrawal request. Now, it's my understanding that there was only one estimate given for this,
Yes.
and it was out for the duration of waiting for other ones as well. But nothing else came in for any estimates. Looks like it was only Seamless Gutters LLC of Farmington.
Yeah.
And this is a recommendation for gutters on the new recycle building that was built for the trim on the front and back of the building.
Yes.
For a sum of $2,081.
Should Scott try to solicit for another estimate from somebody else?
I'm just curious as to how long this went out for. This went out, what, February 26th?
That's when its memo is. Doesn't
That's-
say when it went out. And the quote is not dated, so it really doesn't tell you anything.
Okay. And this is the this estimate is pretty sketchy,
Yeah.
very sketchy. It doesn't even say who they are on the estimate. It doesn't really give an explanation. From what I understand, this is a closed sealed gutter.
Yeah, I guess. It doesn't really give too much of a description.
I thought it would simply be a commercial style K aluminum gutter. And properly sized downspouts.
Mhm.
It struck me, and it's been a long time since I priced any gutter work, that it was a sizable cost for
Well,
what's
they-
involved there, but
Yeah, there's looks like 83 feet on
On
one
both
and
sides.
64 feet on the other one. For the right side, the left side is 83, and I have definitely, these are built on site. They make these, they crank them right
yeah,
out, they
just
make them
crank
right
'em
on
out,
site.
right, no
Um,
seams.
It looks a little pricey to me.
Perhaps we should ask Scott to have another
I-
shot.
Reach out to
Yeah. I
another
think so.
gutter company.
I think, I don't think we need a vote on that. General consensus is that let's put this out there again and have,
Let's try to solicit one.
try to see if we can get some other prices.
Having
Thank-
had my hairdo ruined in the downpour, it certainly needed. Yeah.
Um,
Do you need a motion and all that?
Yeah, let's make a motion on that, just the same.
So moved.
You want
I'm gonna make it.
I'll make a
the-
motion, I'll make a motion that we bring this back to Scott Simons for a which is the which is for the gutters for the building over at the transfer station and to get more estimates on this if we can.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, old business, swap shop, site visit discussion. I had asked to put this on the agenda. I think at this time, it's important for us, and we had mentioned it at the previous meeting, that we gather the Board of Selectmen, Primex Insurance Company, the town administrator, Scott Simons, the department head at the transfer station, and convene a meeting there to go over the possibilities of having a swap shop and the pros and cons and what can be done with it, to see what can be done. And I think that's the next step, to see if the swap shop would be feasible in any various location, and see what would make the most sense.
Would we include Scotty in that?
Yes, yes, so that, yes, exactly.
Both Scots.
Both Scots, yes. Public Works Director
Oh, okay.
and
All right. I was
Public
thinking
Works Director and
Waste management.
Waste Management.
Gotcha.
And that way
Okay.
we have it, everyone is there and do a site walk and determine what can be done and what can't be done. If everybody's in agreement with that, what we'd have to do is come up with a date. So that we can meet. If you agree on that,
I think that's the best idea.
I think so.
Yep.
We can either come up with a date now or just say we want to do that and wait for the rest of the board to come up with a date that works for everyone.
I'm open to whatever date the rest of the gentlemen and ladies see fit.
Yeah, well, it depends on what the date is. I got in trouble last time around.
When's our next scheduled meeting?
The
The
29th.
29th?
So that would give you time to schedule it with Primex, with your department heads, to do it like prior to your meeting. Like 5 o'clock, do a walkthrough, everything's fresh, you can come back and discuss it at your meeting.
That's probably a reasonable
Shoot,
thing to
shoot for
do.
Yeah.
that, 5 o'clock on that night, the 29th.
Yeah, let's do that. So,
I have information for you too, Mr. Chairman,
Okay,
from
go ahead.
Primex that
Yeah.
you can read. I can give it to you. I have an email from her.
Mhm.
They've never said that they won't. They don't ever tell a town what to do, but
Mhm.
they provide you with the risks, and I have the contact information of who can do that walkthrough with you. I have all that for you
Okay,
to review.
Great,
Cause I spoke to, Mrs. Blackwood
okay,
the other day and I got some information for you in
excellent.
that.
Okay, that'll work. I don't think we need a motion on that as well, as long as we, general consensus.
Could be good. Yeah.
Okay. Selectmen reports.
Hazardous waste, next meeting is next Wednesday, the 20th, and we have no outstanding issues that are causing us any difficulty. And the Board of the Budget Committee has completed their work for the year and will probably be in a hold mode until the next exciting budget season.
Planning board meets next Tuesday and see how that goes from there.
Okay, and I have nothing else at this time. Okay, administrative report.
The only thing the town administrator has is that there's a local officials workshop for any new members or even current members that want to take some training. April 3rd, it's a Wednesday, it's 9 to 4. You can do in person or remote. You'll get to like the right to know, how to run a meeting, conflicts and interests. It's a whole day of mini courses, which I would recommend for anybody that wants to go. It's free. You actually get to know your territory if you attend, which is digital, so we can print it for anybody. But you have to pre-register. So if you want to do that, Stacy can pre-register you if you'd like, or you can do it yourself. But yeah, that's the only thing we had to share.
I think that's important. I think that's a good time spent to get that education and a little bit more. And some of it might be redundant, but a lot of it would be helpful. And I think if we can get something for the two selectmen that aren't here.
Yep.
Okay,
We'll
very
make
good.
sure.
All right. No requests for appointments tonight. Public input on,
Consent.
for 5 minutes.
You skipped your-
Oh, consent agenda. Yep, I did. I jumped
Mhm.
right over it.
Yep. I make a motion that we approve the consent agenda for March 13th, 2024.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Are you gonna post? Are you gonna table your minute thing?
Yes, yes. We're gonna table the minutes for lack of people that were present at the time for the minutes. So we'll continue that to the next meeting. Okay. And appointments, no appointments, so public input.
You wanna hit the little button on the front so the.
There's
so
a
the-
button right in the front. There you
So
go.
your light's green.
Oh,
There you go.
okay. I'm Joan Blackwood and I'm here for the swap shop. And I just want to say thank you for looking into this. I really appreciate it. I know it's an uphill battle, but if you look at any of the comments that come in, I had posted stuff on Facebook and people really would love to have it. And the thing you have to keep in mind, if you're going for a table, which is what we can do because we don't have a shop, we don't have a building. You really need an area where people can either drive around it or drive in front of it and then park. So there has to be a parking place that's safe and then not in the way of people who might be unloading things or picking up things. And it's just, like I said, the table at Hollis has been going for 18 years. And so, and they're insured with Primex and they're happy enough with it. And believe me, they look over, at it once in a great while. Whereas if we had cameras on it, we had someone who could maintain it, it would be a lot safer. And if we cleared it up every few days so that there's very little clutter, nothing in front of the tables that anyone could fall over. That's the thing we have to look for. And I also know that Scott Simon uses the area that I was thinking on using for the table. But if he could somehow work at that area before 9 o'clock and after 3 o'clock, that area could be available. It's a big area. There's, I don't think it would be much of a problem to use it unless we wanted to cordon it off to say we're done for the day. You can't come in there. I'm not sure how they would do that, but like I said, it's an uphill battle. I appreciate you looking into it because even if you didn't go, you have friends and relatives that did and enjoyed it. So thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else?
One with the green light on. Good evening. I'm Jill Hauser, and I just want some clarification because I wasn't sure I understood that you've agreed that on the 29th before the next Board of Selectmen's meeting, you will with various other entities tour the
Yes.
transfer station at 5. And by the 6 o'clock meeting, you'll have all the pros and cons hashed out to be ready to report out, or will then,
I don't think so. We wouldn't have everything all hashed
so
out
you'll
at that
gather the
meeting.
information?
It would be informational, and then at that point, have discussion, and then have it available by the next meeting.
Okay, so you'll get the information and then about
Yes.
roughly a month from now.
Yes, because
You'll have
there
some
wouldn't be
kind of,
enough time to go to a meeting, then come back here an
no,
hour later.
and that's why I
and
wanted,
Make decisions on
that's
that.
what I wanted to clarify to make sure that.
Right.
Yeah, all right. Appreciate
Thank
your
you.
consideration. Thank you.
Oh, okay, I thought you did. Okay. Anyone else? No? Okay, we'll close to public input. No non-pub session this evening.
Nope.
Okay. We might have a record here.
That's crazy. I make a motion to adjourn?
Do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
That was quick.
Okay,
I gotta sit here, I'm in shock.
I know, that's.
thank you, everyone.